Rirabling Shin Yende Gempadi Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uarti Drokun Namda Shingla Druparsho Yidam Guru Ratna Mandala Ganyatayami Chidam Soki Jogamla Jakchu Bardu Dagmi Gyapsuchi Daki Chunyanki Be Sunamki Drola Benshir Sangye Druparsho Chidam Soki Chognamla Jakchu Bardu Dagmi Gyapsuchi Daki Chunyanki Be Sunamki Drola Benchir Sangye Druparsho Chidam Soki Chognamla Jamshu Bardu Dagni Gyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunamki Drola Benchir Sangye Druparsho
Sugar smoking.
Microphone.
Microphone.
How's the microphone? He's running. Thanks, guys.
Okay. 3 words development. First one, Ming Chen.
Yeah, something that has a name.
Eh? Really?
Maybe not. you have the plane.
Who's got the blame?
I'm just a passenger. I'm like in the bathroom.
What I wrote it's so cold.
Okay,
So
that makes
cold.
kind of sense, maybe. If that's what Geshe Michael said, that makes a lot of sense.
Wow. Okay. Okay, the second one. That's it.
Word of denial, denied word, denied.
I forgot. Let me check.
Gibson, any ideas?
Partial disagreement.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Partial disagreement.
Yeah, weird word. The last one, don't.
Summary of the summary.
The
Verse summary. Yeah, cool.
So wait, what was Ming Chen?
So cold. That's what I
So called.
No,
Is that right, Geshe?
Yeah.
So cool.
Oh,
Ming
sorry?
Chen?
At least that's what he said last
Ming
time.
Chen is so called?
Is it this?
Yeah, because it was derogatory, I think, here.
It's a bad name.
Wasn't it?
It's a bad name.
Its use in your text was Arhat Mingchen.
So-called Arhat.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
Oh,
It
people
was
with just the name.
yeah, he was dissing.
A lot of people with the
He
name
was
Arhat.
dissing,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
it was derogatory
The
here.
7.
I guess these words together wouldn't necessarily be derived.
No, not necessarily.
In that context, it
you can
would.
say Dashi Mingchen.
Right,
The
right.
guy,
The guy
named-
called
the guy
Dashi.
called Dashi. But in his context, it was like so-called Arhat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the guy named Arhat.
Frank? I don't really understand my questions.
Oh,
He's got the
Then
plan.
it went to the level of mysterious question.
Autopilot.
So yesterday,
Is this multiple
2 days
choice?
ago, Los Urbanos just started to
he's very excited.
illuminate the book. So what does Chulidama say about why Master Los Urbanos is very excited to start a book for the audience, and it's stated in a flow, logical flow, which has 3 parts.
Where's the question?
This all makes sense in
Can you
Chinese. Isn't this Chinese?
Because he's finally finished the title.
You're a Chinese character.
Wait, so 3 questions. The first one, now I'll start. If you don't have the wisdom, blah blah blah, you can put in rest the blah blah blah.
Oh, right.
Just to discriminate
If you
the
don't have
right and wrong. Oh, yeah.
If you don't have viveka, you cannot suppress your
Yeah.
negative emotions forever.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
And you'll be swimming
If
in
you don't have
ocean.
the wisdom of making fine distinctions,
Distinctions. Drop to Chewa.
you can put in rest the negative emotion. And then what would happen?
You will be
And then-
swimming in the ocean.
You'll be wandering around in the ocean of
Yeah, sometimes.
cycle,
Come.
and you will never gain
Tarfa.
freedom. That's why
That's what a teacher taught.
the teacher taught the ideas of Abhidharma. No, that's it.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, cool.
That's
Thank you,
System.
boss. I'm done.
Okay.
Oh, that was 3 questions.
Yeah.
Clever.
Very clever.
That's Chinese
I think
style.
you got this English thing down really well.
3 in 1.
Yeah, nice. That's good. Okay. Let's go to Stanley Bundy. How do you feel? You don't feel very well, huh?
I'm okay. I'm
Now
surviving.
you guys know how I felt the first week.
Still in ninja mode.
It all stops in one day and you feel great. So
Okay, looking forward to it.
it's called banging your head against the wall.
Don't try it.
And when you stop, it feels so good.
Your brain damage, you can't feel anything.
I think we went past this, right? Yeah, okay.
Yasha, would you take the point?
I'm sorry, yeah. I keep assuming that you guys can see it. Okay, so we had this verse about who wrote the 7 books of Abhidharma.
Right.
I haven't had time to go look if any of them still survive.
Oh, wow.
It's my feeling that 1 or 2 of them might, but I don't know. Maybe in Nepali or something, but I don't. Maybe even in the Congo. I don't remember. Tingir, sorry. Anyway, we can check it out. I went and tried to find this original for this. And there is no original verse. This appears to be a dome. This is somebody made up a verse so they could remember the 7. I found 2 prose versions. Okay, prose means not poetry. Okay, so one is Vasubandhu's auto commentary, which is probably what we should use, I guess. And he just lists them. Okay.
Oh, my God.
And then somebody else has it. Sorry. Same text. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's another commentary, and I don't remember who it's by. Who's 4093? Search Tohoku. Who wrote 4093? Maybe it's Yasha Mitra or something.
Who's 492?
I was just looking at this. This is Abhidharma first. Far.
Say again?
It's Gampapel, Purna Vardhana.
Purnavardhana.
Purna Vardhana.
Yeah, okay. So I think it's better we take, it's better you make a footnote from the first one, which is Vasubandhu's own commentary to the Kosha. I think, 4092?
Yeah.
Vasubandhu's auto commentary, I think.
Yep. Yashamitra.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
Yep.
I like Yasha Mitra, I don't know why.
Yeah, 492.
We have the Sanskrit, which is kind of cool. We have the whole Sanskrit, which includes the whole root text. So you have the whole Sanskrit for everything. So when Nick gets the Varanasi school going, we can study that there.
Yay. 491.
Okay. 2 things we got to do. We got to raise $5 million. We had a nice meeting last night. Really nice meeting. That lady's on fire. She loves us, and she's gonna help us do it. And we got to move, because it's a very attractive investment for anybody, and somebody will grab it. So we got to do something, you know. And I'm not gonna sit around and wait, you know. And if I have to, I'll put up my $10 and talk them into the other 5.3, 599.
This I got 10 right
Trust me, there's more where this
Chris.
coming.
We got, yeah.
Layaway.
Within 2,000 years, I couldn't raise the money. Oh, okay. Okay, so anyway, Chungnamba Chepani Mamboshi Date, okay. It is said, okay. It is said, Yashamitra, right?
Yeah.
It is said that there are many presentations of the Abhidharma. Okay. Ditate, and here they are. And then he lists them. And then somebody made a poem of this. Okay. And there's the correct spelling of.
Supo.
Supo. Belly.
We had Sumbo, right?
Belly.
Yeah,
Oh.
big belly.
Uh-huh.
I forget the Sanskrit. Mahakoshta.
Mahakoshta.
So anyway, one of the books. I don't know. I just feel a connection to this guy. Ever since I didn't do yoga because I was sick.
No,
We did it yesterday. We feel
I was
less
there.
guilty.
It happened.
Yeah, we didn't do the whole hour, but okay. Let's be honest.
This is on recording.
Okay, I think there's a nice note by Changyur Rinpoche. Okay, Changyur Rinpoche wrote a huge book. He has a close connection to China, Chinese emperor. You know, we should translate it someday. It's on my list mentally of things I'd like to translate in my life, or have one of you translate. But it's a 4-volume work on comparative philosophy. It's probably the next thing he's going to do, I guess. I don't know.
This book is related to him.
Oh yeah,
This-
cool.
Yeah.
You want to spend 3 years on Hindu schools?
We'll just insert the other part. Okay. He has a note that I thought was interesting. I don't know how we're going to fit it in here. But he says, Dear Drangbala, Yeshila Jupa Kachipu, when we say Yeshila Jupa Kachipu, I think is the first part of the verse. See right here? Yeshila Jupa Papa Kachipu. Katya Yana. Okay, so Entering Wisdom, the Abhidharma book of the 7, called Entering Wisdom, was written by the Arya Katyayana. Okay. Then Chankya says, Dedak Sambapo Papa Mimbar, the authors of these 7 books were not Aryas,
Oh, interesting.
would be accepted by most sutrists. And we expect that, right? So not only they're complaining about
right.
Arhat,
Yeah, 'cause
now they're complaining about Arya.
right.
Oh.
They're just mad because it's not the word.
So he said, Pelcher,
The
most
majority.
sutrists would not agree that these guys were even Aryas. Okay.
Ming Chen Aryas, right?
Yeah, Ming Chen. Papa Ming Chen. Chidor, yeah. So apparently somebody wrote a book called Tupten Chidor. Chidor means sweeping clean with a broom. It's famous in the story of
Little
Mahaprabhu.
Pataka.
Yeah, Chidor Che means sweeping. Okay. So somebody wrote a book called I'm going to clean up the teachers, the able ones teaching, the Buddha's teaching. He's going to clean it up. I don't know who wrote it, but he says, you know, She Mer Kyang, I admit that book, whoever wrote it before Changyur, says that most sutras questioned even the Arya, okay? Kangne Shepe Kung Tsu Gumika Chepa. But I think we better look for a source for that. It means he may not agree to the Mingchen. You see? He says Kung means Kunjun.
That's source.
Yeah, Kung. Say Lungdang,
Lungdang.
Kung Meken. Lungdang, Kung Meken. That's a super derogatory debate expression. Lungdang Kung Meken. Somebody makes some statement in the debate guide, and you say, "Where'd you get that?" And he's like, and then you go, Lungdang Kung Meken. He's a guy with no scripture and no sources. And it's a very common accusation of New Age people by Tibetan lamas. Like, Lungdang Kung Meken, you know. Where'd they get that crap? Right? It means that. It's very derogatory. Lungdang Kung Meken. So Kung means authoritative source. In it, you can mean source in general. Kun. So we don't say kunjung in colloquial Tibetan. We say kun. What's the kun? Where do you get that water? Or you go over there and you can pee. Kun tsul. This is the tsul in Choctaw.
Oh, look for, search for,
To seek.
seek.
To seek. Good. Me good. Seems to. He says, I'm not even clear on whether we should go looking for a source for that or not. Okay. It means he questioning the whole idea of Mingchen. And who started it, and where is it coming from, and is it really a sutra's position? And this is the guy who wrote the mother book of all mother books about what the schools believe. Okay. If you can get through his book, you can do anything. It's like 2,000 pages or something. And he's good. He's not just rushing through the mind-only school. It's a good presentation in mind-only school. Okay. And, I spent 12 years with the first time on this commentary, and I have a feeling he's the earliest person I can find to quote the verse. So I'm wondering if he didn't write it. I'm not, but I can't prove it. I'm not sure. It's just the earliest source I can find. Okay. Now, we were gonna have a debate about the idea of kosha. Okay. First, he was going to explain the meaning of the word kosha, treasure or treasure house. He got into the ambiguity of the word, and now we're going to have some argument about it. Okay. Please read. You got the plane now. It's so convenient for me. Thank you for doing that.
Ka chi lopu ki ngomba de dun ki sik dona ba rambe kappa sa ba zepatel lo she sum pani ma rambe gatsik yin veche na makate.
I would probably go down. I don't think the other guy believes it. Okay? I would probably go down. So it's kind of, you have to get a sense, when he's going down or when he's going up. When we just presented a counterexample, we go down because of Sugang's, what do you call it?
Mid-tone.
Sugang's rule.
It's better than a rule in science. What do you call it?
A law?
Yeah, the
theorem.
Theorem or something. It's a word for a principle in science. Yeah, axiom. The Sugang axiom. But when the other guy's talking first, you gotta feel it out. I think he's going down. Okay. Anyway, I guess when the master Vasubandhu, he must marang. I told you before, it's not very common. It's an idiom, and it means disapproval. Okay, marang betsig means an expression of disapproval. Okay, it comes from mirung. And it also comes from the word rangba, meaning to enjoy. It's a synonym for gawa. To enjoy. So marang means he's not happy. He's not happy with this idea. Okay? So lopan king mumadeng sugdin la marang begapat zebata. Are you telling me that the master is unhappy with the content of the 7 books?
Yeah.
Is that why he said tumbe sum solo?
No. Unhappy?
Is he unhappy?
Or disagree.
Does he disagree with the content of the 7 books of Abhidharma? Is that why he said solo? In the root
that's
text?
right.
Spoken by the teacher, solo.
Interesting. Yeah, it's an
You're
interesting.
really getting right
Does that necessarily imply he's unhappy with the content of the 7 books? What's he disagreeing with? What's his law? What came just before the law? Dumbe sum solo.
that the Abhidharma Kosha is the contents of the 7.
That's the ultimate word of the Buddha.
Dumba lame, yeah,
Oh,
the teacher. Okay,
Oh, right.
spoken by the teacher, they say. Okay, so is it necessarily the case that he disapproves of the content of the 7 books? No. What he's disapproving of is who they say said it, who spoke it,
We got it.
who taught it. Okay, got it? So he says, oh, he must disagree with the content of the 7 book. Why do you say that? Because he said lo, and that's a marangbetsi. That's a word of disapproval. And then he gets stronger. He says gaksi.
It's
Denial.
Yeah, it's a
word of
it's a non-approval denial expression. It's a non-denial,
No
sorry,
approval.
non-approval denial. Okay, chirna, and we say
Makya.
makya. Okay, yeah, he expressed some disapproval. It doesn't mean the content. He wasn't talking about the content. Okay, not necessarily. Okay, and then he clarifies. Please read. You got the plane.
Danny J. Drak Ma Bei Mawe They Dun Ka Nder Pa La Marang Bei Gapa Yin Gi De Dun Gi Sik Dun La Marang Pa Ma Yin Bei Che Ma Yin Bei Che Ma Yin Bei Che.
Well, why makya? Why not? Oh, Dani, that expression of disapproval, marang bekap. Okay, is just to say it's a marang bekakpa. It's expressing his disapproval of the belief, dupa, that the Daedun Kar
Our
Are the word.
Utpala's grammar case.
Yeah.
Acceptance of it as the word.
Yeah.
Yes, as being the word
Being the
of the
word.
Buddha. Okay, it's just expressing his disapproval of the idea that the 7 books on Abhidharma are the word of the Buddha.
Yeah.
Would Vasubandhu agree, or would a sutrist agree that they are the word organized by arhats or something like that?
Not our hats necessarily.
So-called.
So-called.
Well, or
arhats.
organized by some good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's questionable. Okay, but they definitely refuse that as organized by them. It's any longer God. That it's still God. They say they messed with it enough that it's not God anymore. Okay. Got it? Okay. And he's not Mayan expressing disapproval about the content, the meaning of the words, Sikdan, of the 7 books. It's not like he's disapproving of that, about the content.
Right, at this point in the text.
Yeah. Then the other guy says, I agree. Okay? And if you agreed that he did disagree to the content, this is just understood. Okay? You just have to get it from the content. If you believe, if you say duh when I say Sikdinla Magara Yimbartang, if I say, well, did he disagree to the content? And you say duh. Yeah, he disagreed to the content. Duh minute. Why? Lopen ki, you gotta read, not me.
Oh, Gomba.
And give me a good drawn out key here, which Utpala was working on today.
Ne mi ne de Lapun
Key. Nice. Key. And they really do that. When you're reading out loud to your teacher, you say Lopen ki. And they take a breath and then you keep going.
5.
Lapun ki De Dun Gi Gom Ba Njao Wa La Ju Bei Che
Give me a nice big.
Ju Bei Che
Okay, good. Yeah, he doesn't disapprove of the content to it because he took the time to write a commentary on their true intent. On the true intent of those 7. If I'm the other guy, what do I say? Come on.
Makya.
Makya.
Just because
Just because he wrote a commentary doesn't mean he's agreed to it. His brother told him he had to do it. I mean, it was that or cut your tongue out. Which would you do? Okay, if I'm the other guy, if I'm the other debater here, I say cut my up, man. You want me to cut your tongue out? Just because he agreed to write a commentary on the, just because he engaged Jupa in writing a commentary on the intent of the seven, to me doesn't mean that he doesn't disapprove of the content. Okay? Just nod. Alright.
Gosh, that happens with some frequency here that you get this shay after a kachi that gets squashed against the following word. Kachi kap.
Where are we?
Where we are, kachi kap
Bottom of the
near
page there.
Lovani. Here.
Oh, we're not there yet.
In this context.
We're there right now.
Oh, and what's the problem?
Just the shay that got pressed against the, like I
What
know
is it,
there's...
right? Oh,
This shit?
No, the first one.
comma
Is this after
after it cuts you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Shit.
Shit. Shit.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have a shay after a G.
Okay.
So you put a space and you put the shay in front of the next line.
Oh, that's what happened.
Okay, that's the standard.
Okay.
And it causes you a lot of trouble when you're doing poetry. If the line ends in ka in the Garjana,
Right.
Okay.
it'll just smush into the next line.
Yeah.
So
There you go. Find it.
it's inconvenient. That's when you have to know meter.
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Kachik. Che.
I want to hear a nice prenasal somewhere here. And I want it to be a labial in the wrong place. Come dear.
Yeah.
Come dear.
Come.
Come dear. Come dear. It's like Quencho. It doesn't belong here. Like Kiamju.
Come.
Yeah.
Come
Come
dear.
dear. It's not supposed to be there. It's there. Come dear.
Come dear.
Kachik. Come dear. Lokpun. Ni. De. Dok de. Yin. Tel. Yin tel. Gals. Ra.
Jose.
Galset? Oh, Galset. Galset Malay. Do de pa ko chagi she sun de she na.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this, but then it's gonna take some. We gotta go look at something. Okay, and it's very confusing, but I figured it out because
Saying Vasubandhus at the day.
yeah. Kachi, come beer in in this
In
book.
context.
In this book, when he's writing an Abhidharma Kosha commentary, Abhidharma Kosha,
On
and
this occasion.
the Lopani, the master himself,
Ni himself.
is also a sutrist.
Is this sarcastic?
He's a Yimbata. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's just being he's causing trouble.
Yeah.
I'm
Master
thinking
Vasubandhu is
the master himself must be a sutrist.
Right. Since he disapproves about the attribution, I guess then he's a sutrist. He didn't say since, but.
Because the Gelsema, which we figured out a couple of days ago, is the name for Gyaltse's commentary.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah,
they
that's
call
right,
it
the Ma.
the Bodhisattva book.
Yeah, from
yeah,
the
yeah.
Gelsema. Yeah.
I forget which Gyaltse. Do you remember? I will go backwards. Look, you
Was
can
that
do this.
Yashamitra?
I think it is Yashamitra, but.
Yeah, that's how it came up.
Oops. Okay, now you got me. Sema. Yeah, it's Yashamitra. Okay? Here, Dr. Shinyan. Yashas means famous, and Mitra means friend, right? So it's like Shinyan Shigyuma.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just the Bodhisattva book. Okay? So in that, where are we? In that commentary, it says us sutrists. Okay, ko means me, I, and here it's plural. Chak is plural here.
That's got it.
Very unusual plural. Okay.
Oh, chat?
So in the commentary of Yashamitra, it says us sutrists.
You mean he's quoting Master Vasubandhu as
He says.
Yashomitra quotes Master
Well, I went and got it for you, so let's go look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would probably start here. Please read that.
No,
Let me clean it up for you a little bit. Okay.
lo she ja wa la lo she ja wei gar ja ni ch numba.
This should probably be Numpawa. Okay.
Oh, Abhidharmist.
Numbawa.
Although Papa's possible, but it's unusual.
Numbawa nam hi sun lu in hi do te pa ko chak ki ni ma yin no she paro ki de te don ba
Sorry.
de ba
Okay.
don ba chepa yino.
Okay, good. Now, don't forget who's talking. Who's talking? Yashomitra. Yashomitra. A later commentary on Vasubandhu. And a good one. A really cool one. Who wrote the book called The Bodhisattva's book. Because he was known as Gyaltse. He was known as
The Bodhisattva.
Bodhisattva Yashomitra. So they don't call it Yashamitra's commentary, they call it the Bodhisattva book. Although it's not a Bodhisattva book, it's Abhidharma book. Okay, anyway. Lo she jawala. Now, about this word lo. Dumbe sun so lo. They say it was spoken by the teacher. So they say. Okay, so about this lo. This lo, okay, this word, ja, lo, quote mark, okay, is to indicate, okay, tumba chepa, is meant to indicate, down at the bottom, the verb comes at the end. It's meant to indicate what? That this is the shungu, the scriptural tradition. This represents the scriptural tradition of the Abhidharmaists. Chungum Pawa. Okay. This is the disjunctive key. But it's not what us guys, the sutras, would say. It's not what us sutras would say. Okay? So this Koachak, us guys, it's not what us sutras say. Now, the debater here wants to put that in the mouth of Vasubandhu. Okay?
Yeah.
So then that proves Vasubandhu is a sutra. Because he said it's not something we would say. When he disagrees to the Abhidharmaist idea of who produced these 7 books, that proves he's a sutra. When he expresses disapproval that the 7 books could have been done by, that could be the word of the Buddha, that means he's siding with the sutras. Because we even got this expression, us guys. Us guys wouldn't say that. When you say lo, it means us guys wouldn't agree to that.
Yeah. We do that.
Now, this goes back a long way in Stanley's text. And he was mean. He mentioned this a long way before. And he didn't tell us what was going on. And poor Geshe Michael wandered around. Looking like, what the hell? Did they misspell something? Look how many pages back it is. Kooshe. Okay.
Oh, shit.
This means, at first I thought it must be an expression for lo. Okay? But, and I wanted to check the carving, but this is what I do when I make a note to myself later. I put later colon. It means, aha. Later I figured it out. See below. This us, Koachak, is us guys, and he's attributing it to Master Vasubandhu. Okay? So let's go back to that sentence. Ko Shema, the reason they say us guys, okay? When they say us guys, who's to know it's in one of the hundreds of commentaries to the kosha? Thanks. When we say us guys, it means he had trouble with somebody in the background the week before. And they were all discussing us guys, and everybody knew what the us guys was. But thanks, you didn't tell us who the us guys was. Okay, when there's a reason why Gyutsen, Yute, why they mention us guys. Lopen Ki, and I'm just going to repeat this sentence which we already had. The master, Vasubandhu, agrees, shit, that the 7 books were composed by people referred to as arhats. Mingchen, referred to as arhats. Okay, but even though Kyang, okay, the Cheda Maos, the detailists, accept the 7 books as Ga, as the word of the Buddha. Drachomba Dunki Dupa Dipala Marambi Gatsik Tumbechin. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, I would put the whole thing together. He's expressing disapproval of the idea that of the detailist idea. Now you have to say the next thing fast. He's expressing disapproval of the detailist idea that they are the car of the Buddha and they were assembled by the Arhats. You got to say it together. Okay? When he says, so they say, he's disapproving to the idea that they are the word of the Buddha assembled by the Arhats. Okay, you got to say that fast. He's not disagreeing that they are assembled by the Arhats. He's disagreeing that they are the word of the Buddha which is assembled by the Arhats. Okay, you have to say it fast. Okay, because he's not disagreeing to the second part. Everybody agrees they were assembled by the Arhats. So be careful there. That sentence is going to cause you trouble. Okay? Now we can go back home. Look how many pages. You know, now let's go back to this low. Okay.
Do we know the Sanskrit for love?
Somebody was going to look it up. If you can find it's yellow cheap paperback like the second shelf there. It's for Yashomitra. Yeah, but we'll do it later. Don't do it now. It's okay. Find me the Sanskrit of the first verse so I can show you the law.
Cool.
Okay. If you look for low in Chandra, good luck. You'll be there for the rest of your life.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Lo she sumbani. Where were we? Yeah, anyway, now we can go back to the debate. Okay, we're going to go back to the debate. I took you to Yashomitra's commentary.
Yeah.
Okay, and we read how he used the expression us guys. Okay, now we go back to the debate. Okay, Kachi kam dir lopen ni dodepa imbata. So I guess here Vasubandhu is a sutrist. Why? Because in the Bodhisattva commentary it says us sutrists. Us sutrists. Okay. Then we say, come on, Macha. Okay, it says us sutras. It's just Vasubandhu pretending to be.
It's Yashomitra.
Well, no, it's really Vasubandhu saying, you know, if I was a sutrist, I would disagree to this.
Yeah.
You see? Okay, it doesn't mean he's saying if I was a sutrist. He's not saying I am a sutrist.
Right.
Okay.
Did we even
Connected
find it
to
in the
the-
root text?
No, but it may be there. I
That
know.
was connected to the...
Deni Dun, it's not in the root text.
We did.
It might be in the auto commentary. Deni We should look, by the
Then I
way.
would
They
believe
need
that
they do
weren't
kamayimba dupala. Dodepa nangtsun. All this is saying is that the sutras have an agreement among themselves
Yeah.
that the 7 books are not God.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
When he uses the expression us sutras, he's just saying all the sutras inside, okay, nung, within all the sutras, different groups, they're all tsun. It's not linked, right? It's equal. They're all equivalent. They all agree that the 7 books are not God. That's all the reason he said us sutras. It's not like he's a sutra. Meaning,
He's playing. a
he's just
sutrist.
referring to those guys, what they would say.
Right.
Us sutras say that it's not Buddha. Okay, it's not like he's counting himself among the sutras. Okay, okay.
Because the master
Uh,
himself.
It's not okay. Mayan.
Mayan.
The meaning is not that the master himself is saying I'm a sutrist. Shit. Okay, he's not. It's not the
Shit.
master is saying I'm a sutrist. Okay.
Got it.
Is she always quotation marks?
Say again.
She always quotation marks?
No, most often. Let's go one more line, okay? Dad Tao? No, he's not a sutrist. Cheda mawe Luke shiru chepe say lopen cheda to mawe dugabe chira. When he writes a book from the detailist point of view, he's a detailist.
Right.
He puts a hat on. Okay? He's first school. He's Vaibhashika. He puts on that hat. And that's a very important sentence. You know, when you write a commentary on Vaibhashika, put on your Vaibhashika hat. Okay? When you debate in the debate ground Abhidharma, you are Abhidharma. You are Abhidharma school. That's a very important sentence, okay? When you put on a hat, for God's sake. Don't be a sutrist also. Got it?
Yeah.
Let's go one more sentence. That how they should say the money can't took a picture. It's okay, this one's worth $50.
Where?
The one that's up.
Gartel.
But I'm not waiting forever. Because if a monkey hits on a typo.
The teacher,
It must be
the teacher
belief of
himself
the-
was a Chedakmawa.
And I'll make it 100 if you can get Shinjo.
I didn't see that.
Oh, that's the thing. The thing
It's-
that got the name.
Established in.
I'm waiting. My money's safe. My money is safe. I'll be able to buy that.
Established in.
Because if that was the case,
As,
then,
because they were established as
then
the
the-
faces of the teacher.
then the teacher himself could only have been a.
He must necessarily have believed. He
Okay,
must
now
have
we don't have
believed.
time. I saved my money. Sheer shock. It's an idiom. Sheer shock.
Where's the
Sheer
shock?
shock. Sheer joke. Same. You never see it this way, which is why I was so safe. Sheer shock.
How do you? What's the?
Sheer shock means a priori. It means let's assume we're in the Vaibhashika school. Sheer shock means so when you debate somebody, first you set forth your a priori. A priori in Latin means these are truths that we accept from the beginning. Okay? So when you're debating in the debate ground, especially between classes, which is the first thing you do, the first thing you do for the night is you debate with someone higher than you or outside of your class. So then you definitely have to say Chiramawa Shushan. The first thing that comes out of your mouth in the first half hour of debate ground is you have to tell the other guy from the higher class. Normally it's a guy in a higher class. You're saying, by the way, today I'm in Abhidharma. Chiramawa Shushan. Shushan means assume I'm Abhidharma. Okay? Tonight, assume I'm talking from Abhidharma. I'm Chiramawa Shushan. Okay? Then you go on. Okay?
Can you spell?
I was afraid you'd say that.
Shaga,
It's probably Bao Shaga Shaga.
No sa.
Now, this is a very beautiful sentence. It says, when you're debating Abhidharma, even the Buddha is Abhidharma.
Oh.
Okay? Okay? When Buddha taught Abhidharma, that was his home school. That's his home school. Okay? Much less Vasubandhu when he teaches Abhidharma. Don't call him a sutrist. He's teaching Abhidharma. So what? Even if the Buddha teaches Abhidharma, he belongs to the Abhidharma school for that hour. And that's a cool statement.
Yeah.
Okay? That's a really far out statement. Then you can be anything. Oh yeah, that's a stupid thing to say. I'm sorry, I was just talking details. Shushan. You can cover your ass a lot. Oh well, I was just talking Abhidharma,
Right. Choni Lama is a Vaishnavite.
It's
Yeah, Choni Lama belongs to the Vishnu school. No, he does when he's presenting.
Right.
Okay, when he says us guys,
But
he means it.
doesn't though. He says they think that.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Sashi
Boogie
Jushing
Metotram
Riya
Lishin Yende Gembadi Sangye Shingdu Mite Owargi Jokun Namda Shingla Juparsho Yam Guru Ratna Mandala Gandhiyatayami Di Gewokun Sanam Yeshe Tsokshing Sanam Yeshe Lejungwe Tamba Kuni Toparsho.
Thank you.
By the way, one more debate turn. Okay, one more debate turn. So you say a stupid thing in a debate, and then the guy attacks you and you go, You're like, It means, come on, man, I was talking Abhidharma. You go, practice. Who's really good at that is Geshe Tutu. You'll say, what, Geshe, you said yesterday, how's Abhidharma? It means, what you say? What you say?
It's only for the
I know. Anytime. You accuse Geshe Tutu of anything wrong, and he'll say, I was talking Abhidharma. Like, what? What are you saying? What?
What you say?
What you say?
Just say.
It means exactly that. What you say?
What you
I was
say.
talking Abhidharma. Okay. It's a good debate word. Or especially if somebody says something stupid, you're like, and it's like, what the It's like, I can't believe you said that. Then he go, to you. I was Abhidharma. Okay, go.